Hello everybody, it's Ender's Diamond. Welcome back. That's not me, by the way, it's Roadhog. I'm just kidding. Alright, welcome back to another Overwatch video. In this video, we're going to be discussing the 5 most deadly ultimates, and I think this list may very much surprise you. So, let's start with the 5th most deadly ultimate. Now, this is not necessarily the list of the best, of the most deadly ultimates, like, you know, most commonly get the most team kills or most kills, but the most deadly ultimates most likely to change the course of the game. Also not that. It's the ultimate that has the most potential to deal the most harm to the enemy team. Alright, so let's talk about number 5. In the order of this list is 5 being the least deadly and 1 being the most deadly. So number 5 is Reaper. Now Reaper can be very deadly. If you have a large open space with minimal cover, you can just pretty much kill everything, no matter how much health you have, and you will be sorry. It's also can be slightly difficult to get him because you have to be very far out, and he does move slightly, so he's not completely a sitting duck. He deals an immense amount of damage, and if you can time it right and place it right, this ultimate can be one of the best in the game. Now, Pharah. She comes slightly ahead of Reaper for several reasons. One, she can really target her ultimate and aim it where she wants to. Additionally, cover is much less helpful for Pharah because you're not just firing in a straight area like Reaper. You're firing in sort of down upon the enemy. And again, this can also fire like through an alleyway or a hallway. This also deals slightly more damage than Reaper overall. And this is just a few reasons why I put her slightly above. This is often has the potential to deal a lot of harm to the enemy if the Pharah can stay alive. The reason it's not higher on the list is because Pharah is completely vulnerable while she's in this position. She's completely still, and if your team doesn't pick her off, even with a Junkrat, or like a Roadhog, or even like a Symmetra, I'm just embarrassed. Number 3 is D.Va. Now, let me explain why D.Va is number 3 before everyone freaks out and just goes crazy. D.Va has a few things. First of all, she has 2 ultimates. Now, her ultimate, calling down a mech, I think is kind of stupid. Because, like, alright, you could just... Well, her ultimate process is stupid, right? Calling down a mech. Like, really, would you honestly rather, like, waste, like, half your ultimate, which takes several deaths often to charge? Or you could just die and just get your stupid mech back. And then, I think the whole concept of having 2 ultimates for her really works pretty poorly. But, besides the point, her explosion, if sent in without, and, you know, in a correct space, or with the enemy distracted, in a place with not much cover and enemies can't easily run and hide, can be immensely painful. It's also good even just to, even if you killed nobody. Let's say you're on the payload and you've got a lot of enemies around you. You set off her ultimate, call down a mech, and then you've got, again, a D.Va who's fully charged, and so if you're waiting for your team to rejoin you there, that'll be very helpful. But also, you clear the point, so anybody who gets hit dies, and anybody who doesn't get hit, well, they're far enough away to avoid the explosion. So, it gives you a few seconds of peace and quiet, and tranquility, as Zenyatta would say. Alright, next up, we have our number 2 slot, and our number 2 slot may surprise a lot of you. It is Soldier 76. Now, Soldier 76 is really interesting. It has a massive potential to deal a lot of harm. A team without a really good tank, or with a Roadhog as a tank, and I'll explain why that is in just a sec. But a team without a real tank, or without a very good tank, is so vulnerable to a Soldier 76 for a couple reasons. One, he so easily picks up squishy heroes, and you just run around like crazy and be totally unmovable, and you just open fire, and he reloads his gun instantly. Alright, it has the potential to deal and kill every single squishy hero, because the length is long enough to kill like 5 or 6 heroes if you're a squishy. Alright, if you come across a tank though, this is pretty much the entire reason it didn't make your number 1 spot. If you come across a tank, you are killed. Or a Mercy, which will just res everybody before you have time to kill them all. Alright, so, this is now bringing us to our number 1 spot. And this is going to be Torbjorn. And people are probably like, what the heck, it's not Torbjorn. How is Torbjorn's better than Reapers or Pharahs or Soldiers or D.Vas or Junkrats or some other crazy guy? Right? First of all, this is the potential to deal the most harm. Alright, on offense, Torbjorn can deal a crazy amount of damage, and on defense with this ability. First of all, anybody who comes within range of his turret, or within hitting of his turret has so much health, you're not taking it out. And, you can always just heal it. And it does so much damage. You'd have to be freaking amazing to get rid of it. Alright, it just clears everything. And it does a better job than D.Va, because it's got a longer time. But let's say you got a quality Roadhog, Torbjorn, and he's just like, oh yeah, I've got a genius idea. Let's go and, separate myself from my, little turret. Alright, then something pretty cool happens, alright? Torbjorn has an immense amount of health and does an immense amount of damage and even fires faster and is just amazing. So it's essentially like having a turret, which is essentially as strong as a player, and then a player, which is in his ultimate. So it's essentially like essentially, you get a free player, and you get an ultimate. So, and you get a player who's in his ultimate. Because Torbjorn's like a player who's in his ultimate, and the turret's like a player who's pretty good with an aimbot and with missiles and the fact that it's a stupid turret. Torbjorn's also on our most annoying list, if you'll notice, but he takes the #1 spot for the most harm-dealing ultimate in the game. The point is what this is about. It's not about most damage done. It's not about the most potential to change the game. It's about most harm you can deal. So that means the most harm you can deal to the enemy team, and that may be, you know, making it so super easy for them to lose. I'm not really sure. It's sort of up to you on what you. Well, no, it's not up to you. But just don't, you know, don't take it too seriously. Just sort of accept it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, don't take it too seriously. And yeah, if you disagree with our list, please write in the comment section down below what from 5 to 1 who would be the heroes that deal the most harm. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in a future Ender's Diamond Overwatch video, or maybe at least some other type of video. Goodbye, everybody.